put the trend line that's running to the downside on there now. It's the relevant one. Good morning, welcome to today's morning outlook. This is Kim speaking. Let's have a look at firstly the news events today. We've already seen some news out this morning. Let's just sit back here. We've seen the Australian data out, the inflation data came out, CPI data came out lower than expected. There'll be, I mean, the central bank would be quite pleased with this because it takes the heat off of, well, it was, their interest rates weren't really increased as high as anyone else's, so that they were trying not to, and they got away with it, and the inflation is coming down there pretty well. But looking more locally, German retail sales, another retail sales figure. We saw the UK, I think it was the US, and now the German data. Retail sales. This is a real sort of signal when you see retail sales down for December, Christmas, down so much. So that's showing that the punters just ain't out there wanting to buy, which could point to more down trends in the economies. Anyway, German unemployment rate here. It's not out there yet. 8.55. We've got that later. More importantly, and the biggies. Well, actually, the biggie that doesn't really mean anything is the US ADP data. That's out at 1.15. We've got a bit of Canadian GDP out. That doesn't really move too much. It's a monthly data, and it just doesn't generate too much normally in the markets. But this is it. This is the biggie at 1900 hours this afternoon, 7 o'clock. We have the interest rate decision and the statement, and then the conference at 7:30. And a bit of Australian data. They don't want to be left out. They want to top and toe the market today, those Aussies. Right, let's have a look at the charts. And well, yesterday the euro just blips up a little bit there, but really the trend remains downwards. We've seen with today's data that it's well, some of it started moving from the very early hours this morning, selling off there the euro, and well done. That's all I can say. For one reason I'll show you in a minute. But lower highs, lower lows running through there at the moment. It's looking soft. It's already through its S1, not that far away from its S2. It would be nice if it'd be consolidating, ready for us to sell, but it looks like it's a goner. The pound held up well yesterday, effectively still sitting very tightly in this range. There's not a lot I will do with this whilst it is doing this. It's great. Yeah, it's on the shorter time. Well, as I say, pretty much a complete mess here. Turning around with this near-term double top sort of price action at the moment. I'll keep clear of that. Aussie dollar. Aussie. Now this is triggered. I was talking about this yesterday in the trading room. You're welcome to come and join between about 8:35 through to about 10. The link is on the bottom of YouTube, on the YouTube video. It's just below the low there. If you're listening to this any other way, well, it's on the YouTube video, or you're already in the room. Anyway, this has triggered the signal that I expected it to make. Whether it's going to continue, we'll see. Of course, we've got the US data out later, but it was a nice-ish bear flag. We'll see how this moves on. I'm unfortunately not in this one. I was looking to run its day, and I might just wait for the US data to come out now. US dollar CAD. Now, this also yesterday broke those lows there, and is looking on the softer side. Lower highs, lower lows coming through here. So the CAD just real choppy old day yesterday with the CAD. Yeah, I've shorted the Euro CAD in the room yesterday. We went through it. But that is dropping, selling off the CAD at the moment. You could just trade that. The New Zealand dollar still short on this. This is still I'm still fractionally up, but it's a real mess here. We'll see if everything else sells off today, whether this will follow suit, but not looking pretty at all. It gets to that point at some stage you think, well, I'm going to throw this away, but it's still it hasn't stopped me out. So I'll leave it. US dollar Swissy is still looking like it could run. Anyway, US dollar Swissy. This hasn't triggered what I was hoping for. I was looking for a breakdown here and a continuation, but it's slowing up and leading into the FOMC. I think I'll leave this now, even if it does trigger the lows for now. I'll catch a ride later. But yeah, choppy old day. Yesterday we sort of got into this range, so might just see it range trade a while. Yeah, there's nothing really there to talk about at the moment, is there? Euro yen could actually break down. It's just oops, press the right button. There we go. Euro yen it's trying its best to roll over a little bit here. Lower highs, lower lows coming through on this intermediate time frame. We'll see if it continues through on this current. It's putting a little pivot swing in there at the moment, just about looking soft. Anyway, the one I was really looking at now, this is as soon as I got into it, it bounced. Just about very shortly afterwards anyway, but it's back down there. We'll see how it develops, but lower highs, lower lows, really sort of coming back to dailies here. It was sitting in a range for quite some time there. Finally it has broken out there. There were a couple of ranges it was sitting in. Anyway, looking to see if I can trade it down further. I've put an alert down here to alert me that it's moving in the right direction. Really, it should be something like a 1-to-1 of this this depth of this range that it was sitting in. It would be the normal target, but we'll see what we can do with it, see if there's anything more going to come from it. Often the Euro CAD, you can see the lovely trend that it put in here. You can get into some really nice trends. It just it floats there for a while, consolidates, and then moves into a lovely trend. So let's see if we can get a lovely trend out of it. Just some patience needed now. Okay, leaving it there for the YouTube video at the moment on the currency pairs. Quick look. I know there's a few that won't come into the room. So gold. Looking at gold. Gold's still ranging. To me, it's not really tradable at the moment. It's a bit choppy. It has started sort of on a weekly basis, a 4-hourly basis, pushing up. It's alright. I've got a weekly pivot on here, and it is gradually pushing up, but rolled straight back over yesterday there in the afternoon, but it's still got that drift running through. Oops, wrong one. I wanted. And oil again yesterday, it managed a bit of a recovery. It could still recover this a little bit. The trend is still there. This intermediate trend is still there. Just got so ugly. It did actually pick up there 2 o'clock yesterday, usual time. If you go through there and look at 1 or 2, normally 2 o'clock it starts picking up, and it did pick up there at 2 o'clock. It's below all its key moving averages, but there it was. That was the movement. If you're a short-term trader, there's often a potential shorter term intraday trade around that time. Anyway, for now, it's tickling its way back southbound. I only would want to be on the longer side at the moment. Okay, and the indices, S&Ps, well, come off a bit yesterday. I didn't see all the data that was released. There was quite a few numbers coming out yesterday. I haven't actually looked at those at the moment. So I'm assuming from the movement here, they weren't good. They weren't particularly good. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq, because they weren't good, were they? I assume that some of them came off. There was quite a few biggies there reporting. and it doesn't look like they've given the markets what they were expecting. I'll have a look at that within the room later. Right, okay. DAX is kicking it, still pushing to the upside this morning. Okay, it had a bit of an off day yesterday, but it's already shoving back up there a little bit at the moment. Just long periods of doing nothing, that's the thing, but it's still drifting to the upside, and it's a swing. It would have been a swing, and the pound following suit. Look, it's still swinging, still following up there. It's been a bit of the laggard, but it's going for now. Has got a lot of resistance coming into play above the 77.25 sort of area, 45 area, even around that 45 area. Right, okay, shall leave it there. Wish you a great day's trading. Otherwise, come and join me in the room 8:35, and I'll speak to you there. Links below the video. Bye for now. There we go.